Hello and welcome to Joyce's application questions series, JAX. I'm Matt McAllister and I'm an applications engineer with Joyce Dayton. Today we're going to talk about replacing or switching sides of worms in your worm gear jacks. It's fairly simple and there's only a few steps to it. The first thing we'll want to do is to apply masking tape to these worms, making sure to cover the keyways. The reason why we're doing this is to protect the seals from damage. Next, you will remove the hex bolts on the cap with a socket wrench or box wrench. After removing the bolts, then carefully slide off the cap over the worm itself. Now, the shims may come off as well. Make sure to keep those with the respective bearing cap. Now, in order to flip the worm, you'll need to remove it. You do this carefully by moving it out, making sure the outer race of the bearing comes along with it. Now you can flip the worm and reinsert it, making sure it engages with the nut. You'll replace the outer race of the bearing, and to set the outer race you may need to use a dead blow hammer. Once you have your bearings seated and the worm as well, you will reinstall the caps by carefully sliding them back on over the worm. Next, you can reinstall the bolts. Once they're tightened, you want to make sure that the worm is still able to be turned easily with a little resistance. Once you've completed those steps, you've successfully switched or replaced the worm in your worm gear jack. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact Joyce Dayton.